Okay. So, can we start?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hi and a very good morning to my interviewer, Amrita. Firstly, I would like to introduce my name. My name is Nuraina Afifah Binti Zamaluddin. You can call me Aina, and I'm 20 years old, currently studying diploma in English communication. I'm from Temellow, Pahang. Um, okay.
Okay, my name is Nana Fisha binti Shahrin, but you can call me Fisha. I'm currently 21 years old. Same as Aina, I'm her partner for pragmatic subject, and I also take diploma in English communication.
So, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Amrita Kaur and I'm from Kajang, Selangor. I'm the third sibling among four other siblings in my family. And now we are currently in Malacca. I'm studying in Malacca. I'm studying law in Malacca right now.
So, thank you. Okay, thank you for joining us. Rita, thank you for joining us for our interview session. And would you mind sharing a little bit about your family?
Okay,
No.
okay, I have both of my parents are retired. They are currently enjoying their time doing their hobbies. Okay, I have four siblings. I have one older sister, one older brother. I'm the third child, and I have one younger sister. Both my older siblings are working, and my younger sister is studying in the same university as me.
Mm.
So, you are going to explain a little bit about intercultural communication for you to help you more understand about our view.
All right. So, pragmatic. Okay. So, what is intercultural communication? Intercultural communication is the process of sharing information, ideas, and feelings between people from different cultural backgrounds. It involves understanding and navigating cultural differences in values, beliefs, behaviors, and communication styles to ensure effective interaction.
So, I'm going to start to ask you a question. So, the first question is, what does intercultural communication means to you from the
Intercultural
way you understand?
communication. Okay, so in my opinion, intercultural communication means that we share our perspectives or our cultures to other people who don't understand it. Basically, we are educating them on our preference or on our opinions on how we live life. So in Malaysia, we live in a diverse community. Like for example, we have Malays, the Chinese, the Indians, and stuff. So if we are in a class, sharing our culture, sharing what we do during a festival is called intercultural communication. That is my point of view.
Okay, the next question is, as a Punjabi, are there any incident where you misunderstand other culture dialect? If if there are, can if you have experienced this, can you share a little bit of your experience?
Okay, so for Punjabi is a unique language for me because there are some words in the Malay culture or the Chinese culture where we say a word and it means like a cuss, like a bad word in Punjabi, a bad word in Punjabi. So, for example, let me just give you an example. Bonda. Bonda means ibu in Malay, right? In Punjabi,
Yes.
it means the buttocks.
The what?
The buttocks. It means the butt.
But that's interesting.
So
Oh,
when we
this is
Punjabis, yeah. So for our high school, we have to call our principal Bonda. It means like a motherly figure of the school. So whenever we Punjabis, like me and my friends, call her Bonda, we will automatically think of something else. So I think that's a bit funny from my side.
this is
Yeah.
this is
That's
my
interesting.
and this is my first time hearing this.
Okay, so we're going third question. In Punjabi culture, direct refusals are often avoided. How would you typically say no without being too harsh?
I think it's the open communication way. It doesn't involve culture in this. It's just like how are we supposed to communicate our ideas? Because I think even in English, if we say no, it's considered as something rude, right? That's why most of us are afraid to say no. So for me, if I were to say no to someone, in Punjabi culture, we would just make them sit down, explain about the disadvantages of that specific topic, and then you will say no. We will go through a series of discussions first before we get to the point. It's to like calm the person down or make sure they don't think that we are always against them.
Mm.
So I think in Punjabi culture we do normalize the practice of talking. Like we have to talk no matter what, you have to talk. Talk it out first, then say no. That's from
Mm.
my culture.
Mm. Okay. So respecting elders and high authorities are important, right, in Punjabi culture. How does this influence your choice of words or tone during conversations?
If I were to say specifically elders or high authorities, some people they may have a high ego, as we all know, like they're always right, they're always on the right path, and the younger should listen to them. Right?
Mhm.
So, in this type of situations, there are frustrations, there are anger issues, and also there are arguments. So, for me, how do I, watch my words and stuff like that? I will make sure that I calm myself down first. I'll make sure that I'm in a calm situation or myself is not in an angry mood. Like, I don't have to like shout or something because some elderly people have hearing problems and they think we are shouting at them. So for me, I will just go close to them and talk to them. For elderly people, if I were to, control my tone, I will do that. But if the choice of words, I think I will just keep quiet and listen to them first, and then I will state my point of view. It's like a slow process, but it gets there.
Mm.
So you give yourself a quiet and then to think first before you act.
Mm.
Yes, practically that. Think before
Okay,
you act. Yeah.
that's cool. Okay, the next one is have you ever had a misunderstandings where personal space expectation caused discomfort or misunderstanding?
In a Punjabi household, yes, because family means everything. We all have to share things most. So if you want something on your own, it means that you're distancing yourself from your other family members. It's not normalized in every family, but there are family and majority of family practices that if you have something you have to share. If you have a room, you have to share. That's the thing. So if I want some personal space, I would rather go out from the house than creating an issue at home because I can't go against their wishes because it's me against everyone else. So it's the majority wins. So I don't go against them. Instead, I go out from the house. So yes, to answer your question, yes, personal space expectation does cause discomfort or misunderstanding because some of my family members think that I'm distancing myself from them or I'm mad at them, which is absolutely not true. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's where the choice of words and tone during conversations play a role. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay, so the next question is actions like whistling or winking are considered inappropriate in your culture. And how do you respond when people from other cultures use such gestures casually?
I think these actions, whistling or winking, they are inappropriate in all cultures, I think,
Mm.
because we have a term called cat calling. I think it's that,
Yes.
is it? Yeah.
Yes.
So I personally do not know because no one has done that to me. Maybe because I look like a guy or something. I find that inappropriate. So yeah. So
Oh, girl,
uh,
no.
but yeah. So I think I would just distance myself from them because I can't really say anything about that because sometimes whistling or winking might be a mental disorder or health disorder. We have that symptoms in the medical history.
Mm.
So I can't really do anything about that. I would just distance myself from them or maybe make a report, a more mature way of handling the issue.
Hmm. The next one is, can you share an experience where nodding led to confusion and how did you resolve it?
This is not in my culture. This happens in university, Tadika, high schools, primary school. It is everywhere, actually, especially when I'm not hearing to things. I'll just nod. And they will do things which I don't like, but I'll just nod. So they think I like it. How do I resolve it? I'll just leave it because it's too late to resolve anything they have done. So I'll just go with the flow. Maybe distance myself from them. Because nodding for me in my life, I would normally talk. I don't stay silent. I'm quite a loud mouth. So nodding has not been my thing. I would just talk it out if I want something or I need there's something to be done. So I don't really practice nodding. So I don't really know how to, resolve that issue
Mm.
if it happens.
Mhm. Okay. Have you noticed any differences in how eye contact is perceived between your culture and others?
I mean, if you watch Bollywood movies,
Mm.
it is the act of love. You just look at someone's eyes and
Mm.
they are falling in love. Shah Rukh Khan, yeah, I hope that rings a bell. But I think eye contact is okay. It differs based on the person. If you're looking at your lover, it might be love. If you're looking at your parents, it might be disrespectful. If you're looking at your friend,
Yes.
it might be confusion because you don't know what to do.
Mhm.
So it differs on the
I
person.
understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you. I get
So
you.
if my culture and others, I think it's the same. Eye contact is the same,
Mm.
especially in the sense of respect.
Yes.
Sense of respect.
All right. So,
Okay.
uh, pointing a finger is considered rude in Punjabi culture, right? How do you react when others point during conversations? And how do you communicate this norm to them?
Pointing a finger, yes, it is considered rude, but it's something that I can avoid because sometimes you're frustrated and you just start pointing fingers, right?
Mm.
Uh, when someone else point during conversations, like point towards me, I don't feel a thing actually because it doesn't trigger me. But if I were to make them understand about the disrespect they're giving me by doing so, I would just tell them that it's rude and you're not supposed to point fingers, especially if it means blame or trying to it's like a gesture to hit you for me. But it doesn't really trigger me. So I wouldn't, tell them to sit down or talk to them because I do it too.
Mm, okay.
So this is the last question. We have come to the last questions, which is
Okay.
how do you balance traditional Punjabi communication styles with modern intercultural communication during your study at MMU?
The Punjabi culture, the people who practice Punjabi culture is already 1%. We are already a part of the minority. So I
Mm.
think how do I balance? Okay, for MMU we have a group from Punjabi people. Like every Punjabi individual are in the group, and every Thursdays we go pray together, and that's when I practice the traditional Punjabi communication styles. We read, laugh, or write, talk in Punjabi in with modern intercultural communication, I think we practice English. We talk more about what we do at home than what we do with our culture, except for festivals like because festivals such as Chinese New Year or Hari Raya Adil Fitri,
Yes.
those festivals it's the holiday, so I don't think so anyone would like to share their culture at that time. But MMA does decorate the whole university with the specific festival. So with that, I think there's a balance because in my personal life, I do practice the traditional styles of Punjabis, and in my working life, in my career life, in my social life, I practice the modern communication, which specifies in English or Bahasa Melayu.
Mm.
So that's very interesting to hear about your culture, and we would like to thank you again
Again.
for
Yeah.
joining us. And that's all we want to ask. And bye bye.
Okay, thank you so
Bye.
Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Okay. Mhm.